Right, breaking news that's coming in right now. West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has written a letter to several leaders who do not belong to the Bharatiya Janata Party, non-BJP leaders including Sonia Gandhi, Sharad Pawar, Stalin, Uddhav, Tejasvi Yadav, Uddhav, Thackeray, Hemant Soren, Arvind Kejriwal, Naveen Patnaik, Jagan Reddy, K.S. Reddy, Farooq Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti and Dipankar Bhattacharya. In that letter, she has in fact written that the BJP allegedly is trying to make it impossible for non-BJP parties to exercise their constitutional rights and freedoms. So that is, of course, the charge that the Chief Minister of West Bengal is in fact making against the Bharatiya Janata Party, saying that the BJP is trying to establish one-party authoritarian rule and making it impossible for non-BJP parties to exercise their constitutional rights and freedoms as has been enunciated in the Constitution. Now this, she was saying, in the context of the passage of the GNCT bill in Parliament.
Banerjee, in fact, has written a letter and she is trying to then garner support. It's a personal letter to non-BJP leaders asking them to unite against the Bharatiya Janata Party to save democracy. Mamata has written a letter to Sonia Gandhi, Sharad Pawar, Stalin, Tejasvi Yadav, Uddhav Thackeray, Arvind Kejriwal, Dr. Farooq Abdullah of the National Conference, also Mehbooba Mufti of the PDP. So what is then Didi trying to make an attempt at? Is this trying to then send out a message that she in fact is that binding force when it comes to a third front? Interesting, because this comes just at a time when West Bengal is going to polls. Interestingly, the constituency from where she is fighting is Nandigram, and Nandigram is in fact voting tomorrow. And at this time, she has written a letter to all of these leaders talking about the fact that this is the time to unite. Mamata Banerjee writing a letter, a personal letter to all non-BJP leaders asking them to unite against the BJP to save democracy. Is this then Mamata Banerjee trying to send out a message that she in fact is going to be leading the third front or the third force against the Bharatiya Janata Party, and that all of these political parties need to come together? In fact, Shiv has more details on that story. Yes, Shiv.
This is a very important letter that's been written on the 28th of March, just a few days ago, while the Nandigram campaign was actually reaching its climax. This is a 3-page letter that Mamata Banerjee has written to all the major leaders of the non-BJP parties. So there's Sonia Gandhi, Uddhav Thackeray, Arvind Kejriwal, Mehbooba Mufti, M.K. Stalin. All of those leaders are in receipt of this 3-page letter where Mamata Banerjee is basically saying that India is under threat from the BJP. She's been through a very bruising campaign against the primary challenger, the BJP in Bengal itself. That's an election that's on. But this is a national letter that she's written to all of the, the big party leaders, saying that India is under attack. She also says that the BJP wants to establish a one-party authoritarian rule. Now, this is very interesting because this goes well beyond Bengal. It can even be interpreted perhaps as a SOS letter that Mamata Banerjee is sending out. With the experience she's had in the campaign so far in Bengal, she's sending out what appears to be a warning alarm bell to other states, where the BJP will be going next. Remember, there's Uttar Pradesh next year, there's Goa and others as well. We have Kailash Vijayvargiya, who is the BJP's in charge for West Bengal, with us on the phone line on this particular story. Kailash ji, आपका क्या reaction है ये जो letter जो सामने आया है ममता बनर्जी ने जो लिखा है to political party heads, आपका क्या reaction है? उनका कहना है कि India must stand guard against one party authoritarian rule of the BJP, Mr. Vijayvargiya.